Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Jeremy Scheib. Good morning.
Good morning, Jeremy. Brent Apperson on his way to Omaha, Nebraska to Burke Stadium to cover some track for us. 4 big days.
I'm jealous.
I'm. It's a beautiful sight when you get there, and all the color and pageantry of the track meet at the state meet level. It's fantastic.
Yes.
Well, we'll bring it to you on the radio the next 4 days. Right now, we're going to talk fishing and hamburgers and bait and boating, skiing, all those sorts of things. Camping. There you go. Because we have Mark on the line from Tradewinds Marina in Loop City, or just outside of Loop City, right below the dam. Good morning, Mark. How you doing?
We're doing good over here. How are you guys?
We're doing well. We're doing good. I thought maybe we'd turn things around here a little bit this morning. I'd like to know about the fishing. You're very good at explaining what's going on, but let's highlight a little bit to start about your hours and what you carry and some of the foods and different things you have. We usually kind of end up with that. Let's start with that today, if you don't mind.
All right. Well, right now until Memorial Day weekend, we're open from 7 to 8. After Memorial Day, we'll go from 6 to 9.
Okay.
Our grill is open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And we got a pretty decent menu. And then we got live bait. We'll have live bait tomorrow.
Okay.
The fishing's been good enough that they cleaned us out of minnows over the weekend and this week.
Oh man, well, that's good news.
Yeah, and we got gas on the water, gas on land. We have carry out beer, carry out food. I mean, we're kind of a nice little full service deal that we got going on here.
Yeah, you've got it covered, and I know Jeremy's here this morning. He loves to camp, and I know that those campsites get gobbled up pretty quickly. How you sitting there?
Honestly, I don't know how we look for this weekend.
Okay.
I haven't looked at the books yet, but I know most of our holidays are booked up, and but you can always give the marina a call at 308-745-1187 and see what we got available.
Okay. That sounds great.
Working on a plan down the road here in a couple years to add some more overnight RV sites, I'm hoping. So
that would be, I'm sure people would love that. All right, so if the minnows are gone, that means the fishing, as you said, has picked up, and I'm guessing the crappie must be starting to go or going good, because that's a perfect bait for a crappie this time of year. Give us the fishing report.
Yeah, the crappie they've been catching the crappie. I mean, I don't know, the crappie been a little bit weird this year. Some guys are catching them up shallow, but a majority of the guys are catching them out in that 8 to 15 foot of water.
Huh.
And then the walleye actually started clicking on Friday last week, and they've just been hammering them pretty good.
Good.
So, and the walleye, they've been pulling crawler harnesses, they've been pulling slow depths, they've been pulling crankbaits. Some guys have been just drifting for them. So, yeah, I mean, it's just like a light switch flip.
Well, it all sounds like fun, and the weather you had this past weekend, even if the fish weren't biting, it would have been nice to be out there, but then a double bonus there of some catching going on, and the weather was just really, really beautiful for you.
Yeah, it was. It was a really good, enjoyable weekend for everybody out on the water. I mean, water temperatures getting up in the upper 60s, and still pretty cold to be out there at the jet ski, but we had some guys out jet skiing, some guys out wakeboarding this week. And
oh, man.
A lot younger than me.
Yeah, no kidding, Mark. I was seeing some pictures and so forth of guys fishing early, right after sunup last weekend on some lakes, and they had their coveralls on, so I don't know if I'd want to be out there skiing or anything, but as you say, the younger folks can do that. We'll watch.
Yeah, they'll pay for it later, just like we did.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Well, it sounds like things are really rolling and going now. And you mentioned you're getting your live baits restocked tomorrow. How's everything sitting for the rest of the tackle? You have the lures and all of that?
We stocked up on lures. We got a pretty decent selection of fishing line or fishing rod combos. So we're good on tackle. I guess, well, today's Wednesday, ain't it?
Yes, it is already, yeah.
Holy cow, it's Wing Wednesday.
Yeah, that's right, it is. This is a big day for you.
Yeah. Last week was our first wing night, and it went over really well, and we're hoping it keeps growing throughout the summer. So
yeah. Well, as we mentioned, Mark, people drive to your location just to eat, even if they don't fish, because of some of the good food you have there. And that wings night, that's likely to grow for you. I was thinking we actually went by. We came back from Omaha yesterday, and so we'd like to take 92 and stay off the interstate. And I was thinking about you when we got into your area about people from St. Paul, I would imagine, come and do a lot of fishing and stop and see you from Grand Island, from, of course, over here. And you just have a lot of people come from all different directions, don't you?
Yeah, we've got some people in the cabins right now from Minnesota.
Wow.
They came here to walleye fish. Can't quite figure that one out, but
yeah, that's a kind of a turnaround, but that's okay with us to have those folks here and spend time on Sherman with you. Well, we appreciate you.
We got some turkey hunters that are from out of state here checking things out and enjoying our wildlife management area around the lake. So
yeah, we probably don't talk about that enough. There's some awfully good cover and really good hunting ground there for turkey, and then I think even pheasants when pheasant season is around. So a lot of things going on. And if you just want to come and camp, great campsites, and then they can come in and see and pick up supplies.
Absolutely. We try and, we're not a Walmart by any means, but we try and keep, the things that seem to get forgot a lot when people leave to go camping in the store there, a lot of just things people forget.
Yeah. Well, it almost happens every time when you go camping. You leave a sack somewhere on a table, or maybe the hamburger buns or whatever. So it's great that you guys kind of think about that. I'm looking forward to talking to you next week and see if the fishing is picking up. One last question: is the lake full?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, the lake's been full for about 10, 12 days now.
All right, great. Well, it sounds like fun, Mark. Thanks a lot.
You bet. Have everyone come out and see us tonight for wing night. It's a pretty good time.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, Mark at Trade Winds Marina. Boy, Jeremy, sounds like things are really picking up. Crappie fishing and walleye fishing, and even some people out there on the water on the recreational vehicles and camping. And
and they're about to have one of the biggest camping weekends ever, Memorial Day weekend camping.
Coming up.
It's busy.
Yeah, I'm sure that, as Mark mentioned, they're probably full up for those holidays for campsites and their cabins. But there's nothing wrong with if you can go on a Wednesday or a Thursday rather than on a weekend if you can. That's nice.
Take a couple of days off, and you kind of get the whole campground to yourself.
Yeah,
you can kind of hang out there on your own.
Be a little quieter. Yeah. All right, let's play the game. We're at egg questions today. It's right there. I think yesterday's answer was over easy, as I remember.
Yes, looks like it. So egg month continues. It's egg month. It's beef month.
Food month.
We only have 12 months, so I guess you got to have several overlaps.
Yeah.
Today, our question, let's see, what are we playing for today?
It's Runza Day, Big Pig Day. So.
Oh, okay. Pig in a blanket today. In Japan, which dainty bird's eggs are considered a delicacy? Is it A, quail, B, ostrich, C, emu, or D, now I'm not familiar with this one, A cassowary?
No idea.
Cassowary? Okay. Well, hopefully you folks know what I mean. 872-2801 is our number. You're playing for a pig in a blanket from Runza. Which dainty bird's eggs are considered a delicacy? A quail, ostrich, emu, or a cassowary?
Call us at 872-2801.
Jason is a big fan of Runza's Spicy Jack Burger.
With jalapenos.
Why are you saying jalapenos like that?
I pronounce it like it is. Fast and spicy. Jalapeno.
Well, it also has pepper jack cheese, bacon, and ranch.
Not just ranch.
Oh, come on.
Jalapeno ranch. So spicy.
Stop into Runza today and try the Spicy Jack Burger. Because Runza makes it all better.
Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day.
And we have a caller on the line. I didn't get a chance to ask our caller their name. Who are we talking to?
It's Corey.
Corey, how you doing?
Pretty good. How about you?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. You kind of answered the question off the air. I think you're right. Let's check with Jeremy. You thought which egg? Well, which egg did you think it was?
The quail.
That's right.
That is correct. That is correct. Have you ever had a quail egg?
I don't think so.
Anybody?
Me either.
Anybody in the room had a quail egg?
No, haven't had that delicacy.
They are small.
They're tiny. I can't even.
Teeny, teeny, tiny.
Well, that was why I thought it was a quail egg, because those other birds you named are pretty big, and you said it was a dainty egg.
There we go. There we go,
It
Corey.
pretty much gave it away, and then, you throw out the one that I honestly have no idea what it is, and then you're left with your answer. So.
Yeah.
Exactly.
we worked through it. Thanks a lot. Stop and see us. We'll have a certificate here for you.
Oh, I'm way down in Cozad.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, you know what? When the gals head down there, we have salespeople that go down there. They'll leave that certificate for you at Rustic and Red. How would that be?
Oh, that'd be great.
Okay, we can do that for you. And thanks for listening. Yeah, appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
You bet.
Bye.
All right.
Yeah, an ostrich isn't too dainty.
No.
Those eggs
No
are
matter
huge. They're like
what.
the size of my head.
That would have a big yolk, wouldn't
They're not dainty in any way.
it? Well, I have had a quail egg.
Have you?
Yeah.
They're the ones that just
mean,
look
they're
like
just
for a mouse. Like
tiny.
if a mouse wanted to eat an egg.
Yeah. They're almost more decoration
Yeah.
than, food. We were lucky enough to have a friend in Ireland who was a chef.
Oh,
And
cool.
he taught culinary at a college, and they were, for their final task, they had to create a 7-course meal.
Oh, man.
And so we just happened to be there. So he took us along, and we got to eat a 7-course meal.
How cool.
And there was a quail egg or two flying around there.
That's neat.
Yeah.
That is so much fun when you get to do something
Yeah.
really unusual.
But it was more decorative. You really couldn't. I mean, I ate it, but
Yeah.
It didn't really do anything for my
Yeah.
hunger.
no.
Okay, I'm still hungry.
Yeah. That's the funny thing about that. You think 7-course meal that you would never be able to eat.
Oh, yeah.
But-
well, not
but-
7 courses that we're used to.
Right. But when it comes, and then they separate it,
Yeah.
space it out.
Yep.
It works pretty nicely.
It is
Yeah.
pretty a lot of fun to do, and I've actually taken a couple cooking courses, although Spencer keeps telling me that he's never had those dishes since. He has had a couple times, but yeah, over in Singapore I was actually able to take a couple culinary classes.
Oh,
So it was
nice.
kind of fun.
Yeah. Well, Jeremy, Trish, if you're in the kitchen and you're creating these masterpieces, it's so nice to be able to look out the window or
And then
pull the
get rid
shade.
of the sun.
And Trish is here to help you with that if you're listening
am.
and you need those windows fixed up so you can let the light in when you want to and keep it out when you don't want it in.
Yep, we're doing more and more with the solar material right now. Just a lot of commercial jobs, Troxel Insurance, which is Nebraska owners, with Liana Harupek, who I met originally because she was here. She was your salesperson.
Yeah.
She was my salesperson. And got to know her and her family and just watched that whole progression over the 10 years. So kind of fun to get that call and be able to take down those pink verticals out of Tim's office. So he's probably there cringing at, looking at me now like, oh, really?
Well, we know Tim well enough to know, and we're a lot like that, is we're not always ready for change.
No,
but
there's I even said to him, I said, I really didn't even know if they worked because they were always in the same position. They never opened, they never closed. They're like, so now they have solar shades in the front, and above those verticals was glass block that just filtered light. But they were getting kind of the whatever caulking in between the block and all that was needed some help. So what we did is we put upholstered panels across the top. So it was my first experience with foam board and trying to upholster foam board. And realizing, thanks to Mead Lumber, when I went to get the adhesive to put those very lightweight panels, they were an inch thick, but, didn't have a lot of weight. When I went to put them up, I was talking to Mead, and I said, okay, I'm going to put this foam on top of glass block. And I said, so I need some adhesive, so liquid nails, whatever. Well, I didn't know liquid nails will eat through foam.
Uh-oh.
So the kind folks out there said, yeah, you don't want to use that. So you need a special adhesive that's for foam. So we got those put up there, but it's pretty cool looking. It was,
I bet it is.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to do, and it's always fun to do something you haven't challenged yourself to do. So,
and there's quite a bit of window there too.
Yes,
so that was a big job.
Each of those panels were 40 inches high and 54 to 58 wide. So there were 3 side by side, and then in the other room another 3 side by side. So it's kind of fun to see them. We used a really bold, abstract kind of fabric, so really kind of pretty.
Sounds like it's is looking sharp.
Yeah, it's in the solar shades are in, so they're just kind of an off-white cream that pull down. So yeah, and yep, it was a lot of fun.
Then they would mind if somebody was listening to you and they would like to just peek in and take a look at it and see what you did.
I don't think they'd mind it.
No, that'd be nice. Yeah.
I need to get some pictures on Facebook, and Jeremy's looking at me because I am not good on Facebook at all.
Well, he's our go-to.
I know he is. It's like, okay, I have to give him a side job. Just fix this. So it's just...
over the years, things evolve, and I'm sitting in my office, and I hear people go, Jeremy? And it used to be Dave.
Right. Yes, the electronic part has changed.
If they want to know something about the transmitter in the back, they'll come to me. But if they want to know about today's world, they go to Jeremy, right?
Yeah. I got to set up a smart TV last night in our guest room because we have a 13-year-old granddaughter that's going to come visit, or 14. And I said we really kind of need a TV in there, even though we've never really had one. And so that was my task last night.
Did you get her done?
I did.
Wow.
It is all hooked up. It's actually put my old Apple TV in, the Apple box, and put that one in there, and everything's streaming. We cut all the cords.
There you go. Nice.
We're streaming everything, so... Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. It was the password part. You go in and you think, I know all those.
I don't even start with Dave and passwords. It's usually about every 2-3 days I hear him trying to figure out a password in his office.
So, but it's all hooked up, and
Good.
Hopefully she'll be good to go.
So. I was going to say that, a long time ago, Nicole and I had you put those shades in our house. And now that we have a baby that needs to go to sleep earlier, and we're trying to rock her to sleep in that living room,
and
which has a lot of light with the skylights and everything. those cancel out a lot of light, and it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
That wasn't our intention when we got that. We were thinking more of the reflection on the television.
Right, you were
But
thinking about
those
the
cancel
glare.
out a lot of
I know.
light.
They, it's funny because it is just a flat sheet when you look at it of fiberglass and vinyl and different, materials like that. But, and it does to some extent hold out the heat. It's not the best thing I can put in windows for heat and cool, but it really does make, when you cut the glare, it's amazing what that does to a room. So,
And you can still see out of it,
yeah,
too.
that's
the other
the
thing.
fun
You can
part.
look right through it.
yep,
Yeah.
just like these here, it's kind of neat. And when you ride by at night, if all the lights are on in here, you can see in. But you've got pretty bright lights going on. But the average homeowner, the lighting isn't as bright as a commercial application. So
And it's okay to have somebody drive by and see a light on,
yes,
because that's kind of a safety factor that somebody's there.
Right.
But then it's also not nice for them not to see you walk by in your underwear, right?
Well, yeah, we
Yeah.
no,
So-
we don't want to do that.
So you get the best of both worlds there.
Well, and the neat part about the composition of the solar shades is they're cleanable. So they're great in kitchens. And most of the time, you don't need a privacy covering in a kitchen. You just need to control the sun. And, if something does splash on it, it's cleanable. It's something you can, you're not going to take it down and throw it in the washer. But
Yeah.
And another tidbit, if you've had fabric balances up in your windows for years and years and years, take them down, put a damp towel in the dryer, and fluff them. You'll be amazed how much dust you get off of those balances.
That's a nice trick. Yeah.
It is. It's just a damp towel. Throw it in the dryer and let them sit there for 15, 20 minutes, and
Okay.
we'll change the whole look of that window treatment.
We're talking with Trish, Designs of Distinction, if you're just tuning in, and we're talking about commercial and residential, and you also do a little bit of small upholstery work as well.
Yes, I do. I'm working on a glider rocker now. The fabric finally came in, so those redoing, and almost everybody has seen a glider rocker, and most of the time when they come in, that's because there's a new baby coming. So, and it's like that upholstery has to go. So putting new upholstery in. So that's going to be fun to get that one done, and got it all cut out, ready to sew up. So we're
Nice.
going on that, and then a bunch of shades came in for Burwell, and I'm waiting for some shades for Carl's Tavern up in Ord. So so we've been all over the place, which is great.
Yeah. You do some traveling. We've in our
And
discussions.
I love it. That's one of the best things. I just really enjoy getting out and about and going to see different places and different homes and it's
Making new
fun.
friends.
Yes,
Yeah.
making new friends.
Yeah. What's your phone number?
308-870-3677.
All right.
And that's the best way to get a hold of me.
Yeah.
My world's a little weird at times, but and Spencer may be starting nocturnal dialysis in July. We're going to get trained for that, so we can actually do this every other night.
Oh.
Overnight. So that'll be cool, because that will
Allow more time for.
yep.
Yeah.
give me kind of the schedule to be in the shop again.
Good. I'm
More.
glad you guys are making progress.
Yeah, we are, and he's on the transplant list, so we're just keeping all those prayers going. So,
right.
yeah.
All right. It's always good to see
Okay.
you. Saw you out
Thank you.
walking the other day, getting some exercise.
Oh, yeah.
Good for you.
Cassie Henderson does a great exercise group, 4 mornings a week, she and Jess Kirkpatrick. And so I've been challenging her, which is not the brightest thing to do. She's like much younger,
A little younger.
and she's very active, and I think, what were you thinking? But it does make me move more.
Yeah. Well, you do a lot of moving up and down ladders anyway, but it was good to see you out. It's good to have you in the studio.
Yep, Good to see you all. Good to see you, Jeremy. How's the baby doing?
She's doing good.
Yay.
Yeah, she's happy, and she's sleeping through the night. Knock on wood, that keeps happening.
Wow.
Yay.
She's been doing it since about a little bit after 2 months old.
Oh,
She
cool. Oh,
sleeps
man.
12 hours and never wakes up.
Nice.
You get,
Lucky
you get
Like
gets
it.
that from me, and everyone's like, "Oh, it sounds like you probably shouldn't have another one then, because that's never going to happen twice."
That is a good point.
Only children aren't bad.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, if you've met Jeremy's wife, Nicole, I
Nicole.
think she epitomizes laid back. So
Yes.
I think maybe Isabel picked that up. And,
Yeah, it
I'm just
could
going to
be.
sleep a little while.
Yeah, or my sleeping habits. I'll sleep through anything. The roof could come off our house, and I'd be sleeping sound.
Well-
So put that together. And
Yeah. Good sleepers.
Yeah,
That's
as
a
you
good
say, it
thing.
runs in the family, right?
Yeah.
Well, you've got nice shades you can sleep anytime you want.
Yeah, I'll be honest, we never put those shades up. They're always down. They're just kind of on the side of the house behind the couch where
Just
Right.
leave them alone.
Yeah.
if there were no windows there, we'd probably be fine, but who's going to plaster over windows?
Yeah, you don't wanna do
just
that.
put the shades there and
Yep.
let them cover up.
Talk to the
There you go.
expert. She'll help you anytime.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks, Trish. We'll take a timeout with these words.
For those 62 years of age and for those that are handicapped or disabled regardless of their age, the Grand Generation Manor in Callaway has affordable housing available. An equal housing opportunity provider and employer. They're located at 200 South Grand Avenue in Callaway. The Grand Generation Manor. Barney Health Mart has wonderful savings during their May sale. Visit them Monday to Friday, 8 to 6, and Saturday, 9 to 1. Adult multivitamin and multi-mineral gummies in a 90-count bottle are $9.99. Health Mart Pain Relief Extra Strength 50-count caplets are $4.99. Ibuprofen 100-count coated tablets are $3.99. Health Mart Anti-Diarrheal caplets in 24-count packages are $7.99. Barney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
It's the best start to my day.
We are hiring. Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. We are growing and are looking for an energetic, results-oriented insurance agent in our Broken Bow office. Insurance license and/or experience is a plus, but not required. We'll pay to get you licensed and trained. Computer and people skills are a must. Please give me a call at 836-2201 for more information on submitting your resume. Check us out at nebraskaownersins.com for further information. We can't wait to have you join our team.
Hey, so you're a hardworking individual with no direct deposit. Not a problem. You still deserve free checking. Come visit us at any Nebraska State Bank location in Broken Bow, Callaway, or Myrna. We'll help you choose an account that best suits you and your current needs. No direct deposit needed. You'll even get free online and mobile banking because you deserve it. Nebraska State Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report, a massive victory off the field for women's soccer.
Nice move by Rapino, and a shot! What a goal by Rapino!
A landmark pay equity agreement is the first of its kind in the world. CBS's Jim Krasula.
The U.S. Soccer Federation has reached an equal pay deal with both its men's and women's national teams. The agreement means athletes of all genders will earn the same prize money, benefits, and other revenue. World Cup prize money has been a contentious issue. The U.S. women who have had huge success with back-to-back World Cup titles have earned far less than the men's winners.
Under terms of the new deal, this year's pool for the U.S. women's national tournament will be $7.2 million. That's a 54% increase from 2018. Players could earn $120,000 or 68% more than they currently do from this summer's World Cup qualifying tournament alone. The new agreement runs through 2028. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. A Hickman man is seeking $100 million from the Norris School District after he says he was banned from school property due to refusing to abide by the district's mask mandate. In his lawsuit, Conan Thomas says Norris implemented a mask mandate, which he claims is a violation of his Ninth Amendment rights. He also claimed the district committed age discrimination due to requiring certain children to wear masks while others did not have to. Thomas said Norris committed physical and mental abuse by requiring these students to wear masks against the will of their parents. Thomas claims that he was retaliated by Norris after he attempted to communicate through letters, email, phone communication, and petition the school board. He also said the district sent him a written no trespass order deeming him hostile and a threat. Because of District 160, Norris says actions against him have made people believe in his community that he is part of a hate group, which isn't true. In the no trespassing letter included in the lawsuit dated September 16, 2021, Norris Assistant Superintendent Brian Marshman said Thomas sent numerous emails and left voicemails for staff members that became increasingly hostile and threatening. He said the district's threat assessment team determined Thomas a threat to the Norris staff and school board members. As a result of deeming him a threat, Norris banned Thomas from school property or activities for the 2021-2022 school year.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In the NBA playoffs, Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals saw the Heat rally past the Celtics 118-107. Miami was down 8 at the half. They outscored Boston 39-14 in the decisive third quarter. Jimmy Butler led all scorers with 41 points in the win. Boston shot just 2 of 15 in that third quarter. Jason Tatum, 29 points. Jaylen Brown, 24 points in the loss. NHL Stanley Cup playoffs, opening 2 games of round 2. Lightning beat the Panthers on the road 4-1. Tampa Bay had 3 power play goals in the win. Goaltender Andre Vasilevsky allowed just 1 goal on 34 shots. The Avalanche edged the Blues 3-2 in overtime. Cardinals' Josh Manson gets the game winner in sudden death. In baseball games of note, the Yankees beat the Orioles 5-4. New York is now 27-9 on the season, best record in the American League and in all of baseball. Dodgers threw a doubleheader from the Diamondbacks by scores of 7-6 and 12-3. LA has a 1-game lead on the Mets for the top record of the National League. Mets split a doubleheader with the Cardinals.
Here's your Weatherology Forecast. For today, we'll see a good deal of sunshine with highs working up into the lower 80s. Then for tonight, partly cloudy, will drop back to a low of 56. For Thursday, windy but warmer conditions, highs working up to 90, southwest winds increasing to 12 to 25. Thursday night, a slight chance for a shower, mid-40s, and then much cooler for your Friday, low 60s. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Do you know what people see when they Google you? Search engines don't always get it right, and when they're wrong, it's your reputation on the line. So what do you do when you don't agree with your search results? Call Reputation Defender at 800-401-6681. Reputation Defender is one of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. We have over a decade of experience in fixing people's search results, and we can help you too. Using cutting-edge approaches, Reputation Defender pushes unflattering information down to lower pages of your search results, where few people ever look. We also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, letting you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. You owe it to yourself to take control with Reputation Defender. Visit www.reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 for free advice on your situation. That's 800-401-6681.
57 degrees outside under a sunny sky. Winds are northwest 5 to 10. Barometric pressure continues to rise at 29.97. Humidity at 83%. Our high yesterday was 83. An overnight low of 52. Sunset today at 8:53. Tomorrow morning sunrise at 6:16. An inch 89 precipitation for the month. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Jeremy Shipe is excited about a movie coming to the Fox Theater.
Yeah, it's still a ways out, though. We got to wait a little bit longer for it. But the premiere is coming.
You've been waiting for about 2.5, 3 years, I think.
Well, I think the movie's been done for that long amount of time. They just wanted people to be able to get in the theater and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I really applaud because, you know, a lot of movies now are skipping the theater, which I think is just not
sad.
Good.
No.
That's sad. You know, there's nothing like going to the theater and experiencing a movie on a screen bigger than anything you'll ever build in your house. It's just, and it has your undivided attention. You know, you can focus on the movie, and really, I can't make popcorn that good either.
Not that good. No.
So you can go to the Fox Theater. There's some great movies coming up. Now, a couple of movies are going to be leaving after Thursday. So right now, until Thursday, you can go and see Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. That's a PG-13 flick. That's in the main studio. Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. That's a rated R movie. That's upstairs. And then Ambulance. Now, this is going to end on Thursday. So if you want to go see the rated R movie Ambulance, you need to go and do that either tonight or tomorrow, because it is going to have its spot taken by Downton Abbey, A New Era. That's a PG film that is coming to the Fox Theater. And then around the corner, the premiere of Top Gun Maverick is Thursday the 26th. That's going to be in the main theater at 7 o'clock on Thursday the 26th. So you can, we're a little ways out from that yet, but it's going to be a great movie. It's getting rave reviews is what I'm hearing. So it should be good.
All right. Go to the movies and support our theaters. 3-in-1 building and fabulous movies that get here quicker than anywhere else, or as quick, and you see the premiere shows.
Yeah, all the theaters are great. You know, most of the movies I've gone to see lately there have been in the upstairs theater. It's been a while since I've been in the main theater. That back theater's cool too, though. A little bit smaller screen. It's a little bit more. What's the word? It's more personal.
Yeah.
You know, it's smaller, but the room's smaller, so the screen feels just as big. And then more often than not, sometimes you got the room to yourself. So you can just kind of sit back and chomp your popcorn a little bit louder and
let it go.
Enjoy the movie. Yeah, just hang out. So, yeah, that's what's coming up.
All right. Thank you, Jeremy. Ryan Anderson is here. How you doing, Ryan?
Doing good.
How's things at the garden center?
Busy.
I heard that.
Yeah.
My wife said she talked to you the other day, and you might have had one of the craziest Sundays you've had since you've been running the place. Is that true?
Yeah. Mother's Day.
Okay.
Was pretty crazy. a lot of people.
Good kind of crazy. Yeah. So how you guys holding up? You're just really getting into the heart of it here.
Yeah. There's been some bare spots develop on shelves, but we filled those overnight. So I went one direction, Liz went the other direction, and came back. So I went up, picked up some vegetables and things out in the greenhouse. Liz went and got house plants, came back. So, yeah, we'll be getting those out today and getting things restocked and full. So I think a lot of gardens are going in, and definitely been some nice weather for doing that. So,
yeah,
some of the things we got refilled is jalapenos. We got a shipment in on Saturday, and they just didn't last. So, but jalapenos, other things I can think of, basil, rosemary, lemongrass, tomatoes. We'll fill back up on tomatoes today. We'd still have a good selection of those to begin with, but green sweet peppers or bell peppers. Yeah, things will be full today, definitely in there. So,
sell by day, stock by night, right?
Yeah.
That's good, because people, I think, really enjoy a garden or the flowers that kind of puts color on the patio, on the back porch. It makes everybody feel a little bit better, and getting in the garden and digging around makes us all, I think, feel more positive about things after the long, kind of weird spring we've had. I don't know, Jeremy, are you going with the garden this year?
I haven't gotten around to it. The garden area is kind of overgrown from last year, and I'm having a lot harder time with the little one running around to find the time to get in there and clear it out. I might be transitioning back to maybe planting a couple of plants in some Vitalix tubs, going back that direction and reverting backwards rather than expanding.
Yeah,
well, you guys I'm hoping to get something together.
You went pretty big last year. Just maybe
we went too big, if I'm being quite honest. It was aggressive. And we went in there, Shannon, Christy, and I, we kind of had a collective garden between the three of us in our backyard. And Christy likes to grow a lot of stuff that I've never grown before. So we just kind of went crazy and bought all kinds of stuff. And yeah, it was hard to keep up with, even with 3 of us tending to it. And when it's a remote garden, you don't always find time to get out and work on it too.
It's always fun to plant stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, you feel
That's
great.
the exciting
You know,
part.
all the everything's tilled up. The ground looks great. It's when the weeds start coming up that it's harder to get out there. You love picking stuff too.
Yeah, that's fun
I always
too.
love walking out there and finding the jalapenos and stuff and throwing those on the grill. But
Well, I think we've all proven one time or another when we get a busy summer that tomatoes will grow in weeds.
Yeah.
I mean, we've proven it before.
Yeah.
But maybe that's something to talk a little bit about, Ryan, is when people do come in. I know you talk about how to plant things and, you know, what's best to be planted by the other type of plant and those sorts of things. But, you know, maybe putting something in that you can handle is probably a good idea.
Yeah, you know, we always, like I say, planting's fun.
Yeah.
You know, so we've had that issue too. Is, you know, I want this in here, I want that, and then, you know, a month later, when you're overgrown with weeds and stuff, it's you know, not so much fun.
Yep.
But like you say, harvest is fun, and
and a lot of the time, you know, the stuff we planted, you know, if you can get past the idea of having an ugly garden, the plants still grow. I mean, we had tomatoes running out our ears.
Yeah.
But it just didn't look too pretty.
Yeah.
Which is why I put it behind the trees back there. I had a feeling it was going to get kind of ugly.
Well, the other thing too is you can plant a particular size of garden, and in the season you can replant a lot of things. If things are going well for you and you have the time, you can reseed or replant and have double crops on some things.
Yeah, it's I know. I mean, people have been planting. You know, we've had plants since beginning of April.
Yeah.
April wasn't very conducive to planting, but we have yet to get our garden in. And last year, I think we planted around June 5th, and you know, we were maybe canning green beans a week later than everybody else, but stuff really grows when, you know, the overnight temperatures have came up now and whatnot. So it's still not too late to put one in, and you know, do something you can manage.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be extravagant.
I know a lot of people love to go camping and do things on Memorial Day weekend, but that's also a great weekend to get that garden in.
Yep.
You got maybe an extra day there to do that. So shopping ahead of time, coming in and seeing you and getting things kind of lined up, make a kind of a fun chore out of it.
Yep. Yeah. And supply isn't much of an issue yet. I mean, as far as there's going to be tomatoes, we're going to have green peppers, jalapenos, that sort of thing. It's just keeping them basically in stock. Mm-hmm. You know, we don't have a truck coming dumping off every other night or something, you know, like a grocery store, you know, has to restock the shelves. So we kind of go out and do that ourselves. So,
but you do have a deeper inventory due to the addition that you had, and we should remind folks you've got another greenhouse back there that gives you that ability to stay stocked longer.
Yeah, yep. It's been fun to use that greenhouse this spring. We're still trying to figure out, you know, a little bit of flow on it, how things work, but got a lot of nice perennials out there, anything from sun to full shade, and we've kind of got that organized over the past week, and hopefully trying to make that a better shopping experience out there. There for a while, right before Mother's Day, we had hanging baskets out there. Those quickly moved into the other one, and but yeah, we've been able to bring a lot more stuff in and have, you know, be stocked better. But yeah, if you haven't seen that, come out,
take a look.
So,
and be sure and walk through the tree selection, because last time you were here, I was here, I was amazed all the different kinds of trees that you were talking about that you had on the floor and ready to go in the ground.
Yep, got trees are in. Got quite a few different varieties of fruit trees, blueberries, blackberry, blackberries, grapevines, raspberries, fruits and berries have seemed to be pretty popular this spring. People wanting to get those going, so got a good selection of that out there as well.
Okay. Is there something you wanted to highlight that we haven't touched on?
Well, I hit it a little bit at the beginning, but like I said, Liz went out and got some house plants yesterday and brought those back. We'll be getting those out on the floor today. So I think when I came in last night, I seen pretty cool plants called a silver sword philodendron. It's on a pole or a trellis, kind of a neat plant. So there was some other stuff as well. It was pretty early in the morning when I came in, so I didn't look much, but
don't blame you for that. And also, folks, don't forget about the wonderful pot selections that are available there. And I know you are pretty well supplied on those and still have those on the floor as well.
Yeah, we've been getting in some different pottery from different vendors and have been able to expand our inventory there a little bit. And that stuff's been dribbling in for the last month. So when shelves start looking bare, a shipment shows up and we're able to get that out right away and have that out there for you. So
the yards are looking better, greening up. We were traveling yesterday. The pastures are actually green now. They look better. It kind of gets us pumped up to maybe get out and do some landscaping, do a little yard work. And I know you have the rock and all the different things to go along with the yard, including the fertilizers.
Yep. We got a good supply of bulk mulch in that came in, I think, a couple weeks ago after our last visit. Mm-hmm. So we also got the bagged mulch. Got some rock. We got more rock coming in this weekend, so we'll be restocking that as well. So
sounds like, Jeremy, the supply is coming in nicely. I just a little worried about Liz and Ryan's energy level to get all this stuff stocked. That's got to be a day and night job. So I think we appreciate what you guys are doing to make a year-round greenhouse available, garden center available. And then this time of year is really when it gets crazy for you.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty exciting for us. I don't know. I enjoy seeing all the people visiting with people as they come in and whatnot. So open 7 days a week, Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5:30, and then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 10 to 4-ish.
Okay.
6.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
well, I know that people appreciate that you are available on the weekend because a lot of folks work and they need that Saturday or Sunday to get to you. So
yeah, absolutely.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. We'll take a time out with these words.
At Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow, improving the quality of life of our residents is priority number one. We offer a unique assisted living lifestyle home for those suffering from Alzheimer's and dementia. When you add that to a safe and nurturing home-like environment, as well as staff that are specially trained in dementia care, providing 24 hours of loving support, you have a family-like atmosphere that makes residents feel right at home. Contact Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow at 872-6387 for more information or stop in for a tour.
The Quilting Shack in Broken Bow is the place to go when you need sewing and quilting supplies. They just received a huge selection of new fabric, so stop in and check it out. The girls would love to help you with any project you are working on. May 22nd, they will be having a Laura Heine applique class from 1 to 5. Seats in this class are limited, so stop by or call for more details or to get registered. The Quilting Shack, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Spring and summer fun is upon us. Here at Team Physical Therapy, we want to get you ready and keep you healthy all year long. If you are having trouble getting back into shape, call Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111. We are highly trained in sports injuries that you may be experiencing. Whether it's a muscle strain, shin splints, foot, knee, or shoulder pain, let your movement rehabilitation specialist get you in shape for summer fun. Call Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
Broken Bow.
It is 8:28. More guests are being assembled for the show here, so stick around for that. I'll be heading to Varney Health Mart, and Jeremy Scheip is taking over the controls here in moments. So I'll head to Varney's, and if you want to handle things here, we'll roll along here, Jeremy.
All right, sounds good.
Here's a little Mark Knopfler for you.
Thank you so much for tuning into the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show this morning. That was Mark Knopfler with Boom Like That. We've got more guests in the studio as Dave has made his way out and getting ready for that remote broadcast. I've got Rick and Linda in the studio with me. Good morning, you two.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Rick, I'm going to have you pull that mic just a little bit closer to you. Want to make sure
make up for my weak voice.
There you go. Yeah. Perfect. Now, we're going to be discussing a couple of different things with you two, so I think maybe the best place to start would be for each of you to kind of introduce yourself and talk a little bit about what you do for our listeners out there.
Well, I'm Linda Tion from Dunning, and I'm president of the Sandhills Journey National Scenic Byway. The Byway runs from Grand Island to Alliance. It's 272 miles of beautiful Nebraska. Now that we've had some rain, it's even more beautiful. We're so blessed to get the rain that we finally got. Our byway is to promote the businesses and the tourism along the route. As I said, it's 272 miles. That's a long ways across Nebraska, and it's not flat out here in the Sandhills. It's rolling, and it's beautiful rivers and a lot of cattle, and the people are friendly, and we just welcome people to our byway. And I might mention we have a number of things going on this summer, and as our program progresses, we'll talk about those. But most importantly, I want to thank Custer Federal for allowing us this opportunity to come once a month to visit with your listening audience. We certainly appreciate their sponsorship, and without sponsorship, our byway wouldn't be as active as it is. So I'm going to let Rick talk about the barn and what's going on out here. It's such a beautiful location, and it is kind of our focal point on the byway. We have a lot of interesting things there and a lot of information available. Yeah. So Rick?
It's the barn is just a wonderful place to be for me. It's the serenity there is just really unbelievable. I just love being out there doing whatever I do. Anyway, I'm kind of the manager, I guess you would say, of the visitor center, and responsible for all the volunteers and the hours that they assign, and kind of take care of the grounds and do whatever needs to be done by a single person. Really enjoy being out there, as I said. Last time we were here, Mike Evans and I talked about our sod house project, which we've been discussing for many years, it seems. And we had a weekend scheduled a couple of weeks ago to get started, to finally get something rolling with the project. And then, as it turned out, that day you can thank us for rain on Friday and again on Saturday. And we got maybe a total of 4 inches over that time period, which really helped. And hopefully we'll get the sod in decent enough shape that we can harvest it and get our sod bricks cut and get going. But right now we're kind of in a hold situation again, just to get things reorganized and get the guys back together. We've got a pretty good group of people on our sod house committee that we'll be in touch with here to see where we go next. So time-wise, I can't really say when we expect to get started, but hopefully sooner rather than later, and absolutely this year. So
it's kind of all about coordinating schedules again, and setting that.
Now that
date
we're into
again.
summer, school's out and whatnot.
Yep.
But I'll keep everybody posted as time goes by. Anybody that wants to help that hasn't signed up can get a hold of me or Mike. My number is 308-870-0165. And we'd love to have more volunteers. The more muscle we have, the better, so, especially for us older guys.
Awesome.
It's difficult to get enough volunteers for our various museums. Everybody's busy. They have activities to do, but volunteerism is a wonderful thing. And for young people, if they would come out and give us a few hours at our various, like the barn, as Rick said.
They can work a half day, full day.
Yes, we'll take
1 day a month, whatever it is.
Whatever they can give us, because this is our future, this area for our local kids, and we'd like to have them come and volunteer and learn about our history. I am active in the Dunning Museum, and it's a group of us older ladies that are there. We ask for help, and people do step forward, but our hours of being open are very limited due to the lack of volunteers. We certainly will open in Dunning for if people will contact us through Facebook or via phone, we will open. We'd love to have people come in and tours.
Well, and that's a good thing to remember in general is, with the length of the byway, there's all sorts of opportunities for people to volunteer all along that length. So no matter where you're listening from or where you're currently living or where you're going to be living, if you're moving, just get in contact with somebody and they can give your number to somebody who knows of an opportunity nearby, because that's a long stretch of highway that's got to be volunteered along.
Yeah.
And it looks good on a resume for young people.
There you
to volunteer.
There you go, a resume builder.
Yes, I used to work in the pageant system, and we were always looking for these girls on their resume that talked about where they volunteered and what they did, and if they were willing to volunteer, we're like, this might be a good person for this position or this title. But anyway, I want to move on. I've got a few notes here on my phone.
Sure.
We just had a nice award recently. It says this came from Nebraska Tourism. Congratulations to the Sandhills Journey National Scenic Byway for winning the 2022 Leveraging Resources Award for the Polar Bear Tank Race. The Polar Bear this was their 14th year. This takes place up at Mullen, and I think it's the first part of March.
March, yes.
Yes, I was there, but my days all run together. But Mitch and Patty Glidden do a great job up there, and the proceeds of that go toward our byway, and they help fund us. And it is fun. We get people from a lot of different places come out, and it was cold this year.
This year we had a team of local young gentlemen that went from our area up there and just had a ball. Carson Vaughn and the article he wrote were just was terrific.
It was just delightful, wasn't it?
Really,
yes.
really exciting.
Well, I guess you could say it was a success then, right? Because you want it to be cold. So that's good.
Let's see here. I've got my phone telling me, it's always telling me something. Now, the next thing I want to mention is Kalinda's Pot Shop and Art Gallery in Ashby, and it's pottery. It's not that other thing. Right. It's pottery. And her name is Linda Lacey, who is the proprietor there. And she had a pleasant surprise. We were having our monthly meeting there last month, and she gets this phone call, and she comes back and she goes, well, that was interesting. I just had a call from the Nebraska Tourism. A gentleman by the name of John Ricks is going to stop by next week. Well, he did, and he awarded her an Outstanding Frontline Employee Award. And she said, what a total surprise. I'm so honored. Well, she's the proprietor. She's the janitor.
Really
she does it all. She throws the pots, and she's very friendly. Someone nominated her for Frontline.
Wow.
And she talks about the byway to people and encourages them that as they go up and down Highway 2 to take in certain areas. And so we're very proud of what she
John Ricks
did.
is the executive director of Nebraska Tourism.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Nice guy.
Wow.
And it was nice to have him come out here.
Yeah, way out here. Out to Ashby, yes.
Yeah, outstate Nebraska. You know, Nebraska doesn't end at Grand Island.
Well, and that's what the byway is all about, is getting people to go on that route and discover more of Nebraska. And, the barn is an example of a stop along the way that people can take. But like you said, Linda, it's about the businesses along the highway as well.
Yes.
And it's a corridor. It's not just Highway 2. It's several miles either side of the highway are considered part of the corridor. So a lot of small towns are affected and influenced by the byway. So
I was concerned that maybe we wouldn't see the tourism that I've seen in the past go by. I live in Dunning, so I'm fairly close to the highway. I can see the campers, and the $4 gas is not slowing people down. They're prioritizing their summertime events, and if they have a trip planned, they're going to take it.
And they're just going to pay a little extra.
They are, and cut back somewhere
I hope that
else.
remains the case for the whole season.
But I used to live in Chadron, and the people coming through to go to the Black Hills there's just so many. And through our byway, they're not only headed for the Black Hills, they're headed for Merritt Reservoir or Halsey National Forest. And by the way, we had a little fire there yesterday, and there is
Oh,
still
really?
smoke.
Wow.
As I was coming down, I went out and took some pictures from a distance of the smoke, and it was caused by lightning. We had quite a lightning storm.
Have they got it
tonight's
under
one.
control now?
Oh, I imagine they
Good,
do. I
good.
haven't heard anything this morning. I just saw that, but the smoke is not the billowing like it was last
Good.
night. So
Good.
our Forest Service and our volunteers that fight these fires, they're heroes, and we certainly appreciate them. And in our sandhills, it's all volunteer fire departments.
Mhm.
And I want to give a shout out to the over 20 volunteer departments that came to our fires out in North Blaine County April 22nd. We had 55 to 60 mile an hour winds with lightning, and we had some fires.
It's certainly been a busy season for the
Yes.
firefighters
Oh, boy.
all
Yes.
across the state, for sure.
And it's dry again. You know, I mowed Saturday at the barn, and even after that 4 inches or so of rain we've accumulated recently, I was just covered in dust when I got done. It
Haven't had
really
a ton
surprised me.
since then. We've had a
True.
little bit here and then, but not what we're
measurable.
used to. So, is there anything we didn't talk about that we wanted to talk
we do
about?
have an event coming up, the Brand Bike Ride Across Nebraska.
Okay.
It will start in Alliance, and I believe it's on the 4th. They'll journey to Hyannis, spend the night, then down to Thedford, spend the night, and come through, let's see, that would make what, about Dunning the 8th or 7th or 8th. They'll pedal past Dunning to the Arnold turnoff and go down that Arnold Road and work their way not only to Arnold, but then they'll stay in Callaway, and then they'll come through here. Actually, I think that they come through here the 8th, don't they?
That sounds right.
Yes. And
First day of that ANAC conference.
yes, and they'll pedal through Broken Bow, so everybody watch out for bicyclists. And they go to, where are they staying?
They're going to go to Ord next. I think they're going through Round Valley to Sargent and then over to Ord.
That's going to be quite a distance.
Oh, yeah.
That day. So they're going to see a lot of country.
Yep. Pretty country, though.
Yes, coming from Callaway on over, and then end up in somewhere in eastern Nebraska.
I'm not sure where.
Call where, but
Yeah.
that'll be good for Broken Bow. And
Great.
then the ANAC is coming, which is the art show for Nebraska. We'll be out here at the
Convention Center.
yes,
One box.
thank you.
Okay.
Or the college. I thought it was at the college.
It is. You're correct.
Okay, and so Broken Bow has a lot of things happening, and that's just the first
That's
of
not
June.
all of them either.
Yeah, and that's just the beginning. So a
Yes.
good thing for us to transition to now is how to keep up with all these events. I'm sure you've got a couple of different ways where people can keep up with these events that you're promoting here today.
We do. The Byway has a website, and it also has Facebook. And I'm big on Facebook because I can put my pictures on there, and so the website I don't look at quite as often. But we are planning to have our own app soon. We have
Okay.
Mitch Hunt working on that, and as people travel, they can look at their phone, and right there's an app that tells them where they can stop and eat or lodge or sites to see in that particular area rather than going to the website. They'll be connected. The website and the app will be connected. But we really would encourage people to take, if not a long vacation, take a day trip. There's so many things to see. Take Highway 2 and branch off to the Calamus or go up to the Halsey National Forest, work their way up to, as I said, Merritt, or on up to Alliance for Carhenge and
There you
maybe Fort Robinson. So, and then on to the Black Hills.
There you
or
go.
going the other way, the Stern Museum in Grand Island. So
Lots of great
there's-
options out there.
There are.
All right.
There are.
Well, thank you very much for coming in and talking today, and we'll encourage people to keep up with the Byway. It's about to hit that busy season, travel season.
We open at the barn a week from Saturday. Will be our first day, the Saturday of Memorial Day weekend. We'll be there every day until September 30.
Okay.
And our hours are 10 to 5 weekdays and Saturday, and 1 to 5 on Sunday. But we're open every day throughout the summer.
So
throughout the
basically,
football season.
if you stop by in the afternoon before 5, someone will be there
You bet.
every day of the week.
Yep.
Okay.
And the Sandhills Heritage Museum, in Dunning, is open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 10 to 12 and 1 to 4, and on Sunday afternoons, or by appointment, as I said. And again, we want to thank the Custer Federal for allowing us this opportunity to come in and talk to our listeners. So,
well, great. Well, we appreciate you coming by and talking to all of our listeners. I hope you have a great rest of your week and a great travel season.
Thank you.
Welcoming everyone along the Byway. Hopefully more beautiful weather's around the corner for that travel. All right.
We hope so.
All right. Thank you to Rick and Linda for coming in. We're going to go to Dave here soon. Right now, it's time for music from Blackberry Smoke.
Weekend closed Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Now, with that thought, that means Memorial Day weekend is coming up. That's when everybody starts thinking about camping and summertime activities. And that's when we start getting sunburned and getting bit by bugs. And I know you can help.
We can help. We do have a nice selection of sunscreen in. And if you don't see what we have, ask us, see if we can get it ordered in for you. And we usually can get it overnight.
Okay.
Depending on warehouse.
Right.
But right now we have Neutrogena, and we have the 50 SPF, up to 70 on the Neutrogena. And then we have the CeraVe, and it's a 50 SPF, and that's a face one.
Mm-hmm. That one is something I like because it's hydrating. It's a conditioner lotion with the screen in it, right?
Yes, and that is a very good brand.
As you can see, it's not working on my face. It's just wrinkling up.
No, your skin looks wonderful.
Yeah. but it is nice if you kind of want to combine the two. That's a quality product there.
It is, yes. And the Neutrogena is too. It's been around forever, and like I said, that's what we have for the sunscreen. I guess there's a copper tone spray on here. This is the Sport. We have a 30 and a 50.
I think the spray-on comes in handy if you, let's say you have the kids running around and you can grab an arm and spray them down a little bit, and then in a couple hours spray them again.
Down again. Yeah. And it's easy if you're by yourself to get your back. Even though it is a spray-on, when you spray it on, you still should rub it in, work it in, make sure that you're totally covered.
Right, right. Well, it's coming up. We've got a little bit of sunshine going on now. And the temperatures are going up, so come into Barney's and get set up for that.
Right, and then you did mention about the bug bites, and we do have, like for an after bite stick that is nice to use after you're bitten. Mm-hmm. Then we have the chigger guard that's covering your chiggers, which are all out in the grass now. We'll probably be sitting around in it, like you said, camping. And
is that for after you're bit?
Yes.
For the chiggers?
Yes, and any other bug bite too. Quick relief for insect bites, mosquitoes, chiggers, any bites, stings. Oh, and it helps with minor cuts and scrapes.
Okay.
Like if you,
How many of you out there listening, when you were a kid, laid in some tall grass, and then that night you could not sleep because the chigger bites were everywhere?
Yes, or maybe you got into the nettles.
Yes, that was even worse.
And then we have items here on the shelf that could help with that too, with the Benadryl. We have like a Benadryl gel and a lotion and a spray on, and it really helps with itching. So
get the relief. It's right here on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And talking about being outside, and like you said, it's spring. It's going to be summer soon. We have a couple fun items to play with. We brought in the classic frisbees, so they're fun. We have the nice frisbee park up by Melham.
We do, and you can use those anywhere. There's a park or an open place.
Yes, at home, when you're camping or playing with your dog.
Yes,
dogs
they love
like
those.
to play frisbee. And then we have had these kites in the past. They're just a little kite. They're a mini aircraft kite that soars high in the sky, and they take off and they just kind of dip and dive and fly, and they're a lot of fun. And they're $4.
$4.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. And
the one and only
famous back scratcher and shoehorn that comes in two colors, red and blue. And talking about the bug bites,
there you go.
You have the scratcher.
Get the preventative measures. If it doesn't quite work, you can itch anywhere with this.
Back scratcher.
Itch and scratch. Now, you said before we went on the air, and this is kind of amazing, really, because Bev Williams is crazy about these and promoted them for you very well.
Yes.
But this is one of the best-selling items that you have in the store?
Correct. It really is. And it's funny because we have repeat customers. And I mean, sometimes I'll have a customer come in and buy 4 or 5 and they're giving them away,
As a real special gift.
Yes. And then on the hands of the back scratcher, they actually have like an imprint of a fingernail. So I suggest to people to paint the fingernails.
Well, why not?
Why not?
The red one would look good with black.
Yes,
right?
And then you can take it to the Husker game.
There you go, red and black.
Or Broken Bow. What the heck? Oh, and I wanted to mention, this is something new that we just got in. They're a car vent clip, and they're decorative. And I know sometimes it's an alternative to hanging something from your rear view mirror. Sometimes you can be pulled over for that.
You can.
Which is crazy, but you can because it blocks the view. Well, this goes in the vent of the car, and we have butterflies, angels, hummingbirds, the tree of life, and they come on a card with a nice message. Like the butterfly says, kindness makes the world beautiful. It's a nice gift to yourself or to somebody else. And along with these, we have the aromatherapy car vent clips where they open up. There's a felt pad in there, and you can put any of your aromatherapies on it and then put it on your vent in your car, and then it spreads that fragrance. And we do have plenty of essential oils here, too, that you can purchase, and we can help you with that. So I thought those were kind of fun.
Those are. I'm just slip over here. Now, I know that when you think of Montana silversmith jewelry, a lot of times you think about for a gift for the ladies, but men like jewelry too, right?
Oh, yes.
So, and Father's Day is coming up.
Father's Day is coming up, and we have some crosses. I'm going to have to make an order because we did sell out of our money clips for graduation gifts. So I need to get some men's money clips in, but we have some nice male crosses in right now.
Okay, take a look at those. That'd make a great Father's Day gift. And Julie's going to work on getting some more in.
Yes. And then, like we mentioned, Memorial Weekend is next weekend, and we're well stocked with memorials here to set out at the cemeteries or at your house by a photo of your loved one. We have small little rocks that have comforting messages on them, up to larger stones with the cardinals. And there's a message on there that says, "Listen to the wind and know I am near." I know Christy was in yesterday, and we have these stakes with a red cardinal on them, and it looks like glass, but it's not. It's acrylic, so it's not going to break.
It does look like glass.
Isn't it? They're so pretty, and there's a nice little message on the card that it's on, and those would look nice in a plant or out at the cemetery as well.
Very nice. All right, it's 9 o'clock. We'll take a break. Julie will check her list, make sure we catch everything. We'll probably have a few more things we want to talk about, and then remind you of the store hours next weekend. So let's go back to the studio. We'll be back in just a little bit here at Varney Health Mart in Broken Bow. Back to you, Jeremy.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report, a split decision for Donald Trump in yesterday's Republican primaries, and one contest in Pennsylvania is still undecided. UVA political analyst Larry Sabato.
The biggest distinction in many of the key races was whether Donald Trump had endorsed the winning candidate or not.
He backed Dr. Mehmet Oz for Senate in Pennsylvania. Oz still in a dead heat with fellow Republican David McCormick. In North Carolina, Mr. Trump endorsed a little-known Republican for Senate, and Ted Budd won.
You know, there were 14 Republican ballots that put their name forward in this primary, and I'm absolutely honored to be the Republican nominee.
Despite being hospitalized with a stroke, John Fetterman won his Senate race in Pennsylvania. CBS's Robert Costa.
It did not affect the final result. A commanding victory in the Democratic primary for the 6'8" lieutenant governor.
CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Isaac Lowenkron.
In Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals Tuesday night, the Miami Heat got 41 points from Jimmy Butler in a 118-107 victory over the Boston Celtics, who played without starters Marcus Smart because of a foot injury and Al Horford due to health and safety protocols. Also Tuesday night, the Orlando Magic won the NBA Draft Lottery. In the Stanley Cup playoffs Tuesday night, Game 1 of the Western Conference semifinals between the St. Louis Blues and Colorado Avalanche was decided in overtime.
Now Manson lets it go. He scores! He scores! Man, oh, Manson!
Connor McGahey the call on KKSC as Colorado claimed Game 1. Earlier Tuesday, the Tampa Bay Lightning won Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals over the Florida Panthers 4-1.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, we'll see a good deal of sunshine with highs working up into the lower 80s. Then for tonight, partly cloudy, will drop back to a low of 56. For Thursday, windy but warmer conditions, highs working up to 90, southwest winds increasing to 12 to 25. Thursday night, a slight chance for a shower, mid-40s, and then much cooler for your Friday, low 60s. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
Hi, everybody. This is Roger Sloan with the Lillian Church of Christ. We used to hear it all the time. If you want to live forever, make Jesus Lord of your life. But I've got news for you. We're all going to live forever. The only question is, where? If you have questions, we have answers. Give us a call, 872-2618, Lillian Church of Christ, where we love to share Jesus.
Happy Wednesday again, everyone. Jeremy with you here in the studios on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Dave has made his way to downtown Broken Bow. He's at Varney Health Mart, and we're going to send it back his way. Back to you, Dave.
Thank you, Jeremy. We are back here at Varney Health Mart Pharmacy and, I don't know, gift shop and more.
Yes.
And speaking of gifts, June is typically thought of as wedding month, although we just talked about it. People get married any time of the year anymore, but spring and summer, a lot of weddings take place, and I know you have some gift ideas for that.
We do. We have some nice crosses that hang on the wall. We have, let's see, let's walk over here so I can read what's on there.
Okay.
It would be like wall decor that hangs up, and it's pretty simple, and I like it. It's a simple, like a pencil drawing with two hands holding, and then there's a flower and heart, and underneath of that, the wording says, the best thing to hold on to in life is each other. Okay, and then there's another one with two hands holding, and it says, life is better when we're together. And I just thought those would make nice little wedding gifts.
Here's a very nice one, too. You will always be my best friend.
Yes.
I like that one.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you make my heart happy.
Yep, those are nice. Oh, there's a frog or two as well.
I love those little frogs. They're super cute. One's leaping off of a rock and one's sitting on a rock, and they're about, maybe 8 inches tall.
Yeah.
And they would be cute in your house next to your plants, or you could put them outside in your flower garden.
They look like they're made out of metal or stone.
They do. They look bronze.
Bronze, there you go.
They look like a bronze, but they're not.
They're not.
So,
They're very durable, though.
yes, and they're lightweight.
Yeah, they look heavy when you look at them. So they're not heavy frogs, they're light frogs, but they're happy.
They're happy, light frogs that hop.
Looks like you got a couple pair of those on the shelf.
We do, and that's all we have. Is the
Okay,
two pair.
all right. Okay, and we wanted to talk about, let's see,
the allergy care.
We're going to go from weddings to allergies. How do we transition that? Well, it's possible that both the bride and groom might have allergies, or maybe just one of them.
Yes, and if your wedding is an outdoor wedding, you
Yes.
definitely want to be prepared and not sneezing through the wedding, correct?
Way to go, yeah.
Runny eyes, or dry eyes, which we are having a lot of people come in recently with dry eyes and wanting to know which eye drop's the perfect one for them. And with the eye drops, well, and even any over-the-counter allergy medicine, I would say it's kind of a trial and error. You have to try it and see if that'll work for your system or not. And there's always alternatives. So,
And since you're here at the pharmacy, if you're going to take one, you can slip over and double check with your pharmacist. They know what medications you're taking to make sure you're not complicating anything, right?
correct. Yes, and that's always a really good idea to do. I like that idea, Dave.
There you go.
Yes.
All right. Now,
let's talk. Well, should we mention again about our hours for
let's
this
do.
weekend? Not this weekend, the following weekend.
Yeah, not this weekend, the holiday weekend.
Yes, Memorial Weekend. We will be closed on Saturday the 28th, Sunday, of course, and Monday, which is Memorial Day. So there will be a 3-day weekend that we will be closed. So if you could plan accordingly for your prescriptions or over-the-counter needs and toys for the weekend, please make sure you do that. I want to make sure that you have your medication, that you don't run out over the weekend.
Right. Make sure you're set and ready to go, and you can enjoy the weekend. And you guys need a nice break, and
yes.
You're going to really, I know you guys are going to love that 3 days of getting some rest.
Right. And because I want to mention, you know, we're short of staff right now, and everybody's working hard, and we're trying as hard as we can to get your prescriptions to you as quickly as we can, and we know it's taken a little bit longer, but we're trying, and we appreciate all your patience you've had with us.
Okay, well said. I know they work hard back up there, and you know, it's amazing. I just really can't believe there's hardly anybody you talk to anymore that isn't taking something.
Correct.
For their health.
Yes.
And so you have to realize that almost every person you walk up to is probably taking some sort of medication. Hopefully there's a bunch out there who are not.
Right.
But let's face it, there's a lot of medications being you know, needed out there. These guys and gals work pretty hard to meet that need.
Right, they do, and they are more than happy to answer any questions and work with your doctors to provide what you need.
Okay, Julie, so it's good to see you.
Good to see you too, Dave.
Little side hug here.
Oh.
There we go.
Ouch!
Oh, I stepped on your foot. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
We were going to do a 15-minute documentary this morning with Drew, but his voice is not working too well. We'll get to that next time, Drew. Don't you worry. We're going to talk about the benefits of crab meat next show.
Okay, and that'll be before Father's Day.
Back to you, Jeremy.
All right, thank you very much, Dave. Dave at Varney Health Mart in downtown Broken Bow, and you heard some information there about their hours coming up on Memorial Day weekend. I've got a couple of things here in the studio to tell you folks about. A comedy night is coming up Friday at Sylvester's in Broken Bow, and some pretty big names in comedy going to be there. Ethan Abramson, Gary Menke, and Jason Regan. For more information, call 407-694-1538. But this starts at 7 p.m. this Friday, the 20th, on East Highway 2 in Broken Bow at Sly's Bar. Sponsors include Fixed Right Auto Body, the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow, Clips and Curls, Cobblestone Hotel and Suites, where you can say code word comedy and get a $95 rate if you're coming from outside of town, and Amy Tharp with American National Comedy Night Friday at Sylvester's in Broken Bow. Make sure to go out and get ready to laugh. Also, the Broken Bow Chambers Market on the Square is back, and it starts tomorrow and will continue every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. throughout September. Make sure you listen for special Thursdays with music in the park, and the first night of music will be Thursday the 26th, so not this week, but the week following at 5:30. Mel Shepard and Hannah Goodnight will be playing music in the park. Steph will be in tomorrow on The Breakfast Show to visit more about all that will be going on. We're really excited for Market on the Square to be back. Again, that's 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. tomorrow. That is the first Thursday for Market on the Square, and it's going to be continuing on for the weeks to come. The Bonfire Grill and Pub right down there in the square area where the Market on the Square is going to be happening. They are getting some words in about the Kahuna. You've been asking for it for a while, and it has been happening. The Kahuna is back at the Bonfire Grill and Pub in Broken Bow every Wednesday. That is today. So swing by anytime today and get yourself a ticket. Now, the key is to come back at 6 o'clock for the drawing, because you need to be present to win. If your ticket is drawn, you choose one of 3 envelopes. One has $100 cash in it, and if the cash isn't the prize picked, it adds up and increases for the next week. The second is a chef's dinner giveaway, your choice of a meal prepared by the Bonfire. That's only given away once monthly. And the third is a gift certificate to the Bonfire. So whenever it's convenient for you, swing by the Bonfire Caddy Corner from the square in Broken Bow and pick that up today, and then go back at 6 o'clock for the drawing this evening. So join in on the fun. The Kahuna drawing every Wednesday at the Bonfire Grill and Pub in Broken Bow, 6 o'clock tonight, but you can go and pick up that ticket to get yourself into that drawing anytime today. We're going to step away and take a quick commercial break. When we come back, more of The Breakfast Show.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, That sounds like something to look into, and that's Medishare. Maybe you've heard switching to Medishare to pay for health care can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for Medishare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. Medishare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
Pearson Physical Therapy invites you to a free upcoming event to learn essential skills for caregivers. May 26th at 2 p.m. at the Broken Bow Library. Learn instruction on fall prevention, transfer training, positioning tips, lifting techniques, and more. Attend whether you're a full-time caregiver, have a grandparent living with you, or simply want to learn how to keep your loved one and yourself safe. To RSVP, call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or go to pearsonpt.com.
All of us at Burning Bank would like to congratulate all 2022 graduates on your well-deserved success. You have worked hard, and we are happy to share in the excitement of this great milestone in your lives. Whatever your plans after graduation may be, Burning Bank can help you reach any goals you have for the future. Remember that we have a free checking account with no minimum balance. It's only $50 to open and allows up to 10 free foreign ATM withdrawals. We can also help you establish or improve your credit with a Burning Bank credit card or a personal loan for a new car or anything you may need. Contact us with any questions. Learn more at burningbank.com. Burning Bank, member FDIC.
Remember the time you used to spend fighting weeds and bugs? Now you can spend that time elsewhere because aerial application is your best advantage against these problems. Let Aero Aviation take control.
When you need a helping hand to get the most from your land, Aero Aviation, let us take control.
For over 50 years, Aero Aviation has been serving the area. Contact Casey to schedule your aerial application this spring. Welcome back, everyone, and we've got our next guest on the phone. We're going to be talking with Brian with Purple Wave Auctions. Good morning, Brian. How are you doing today?
Very good. Good morning.
Well, it's great to have you along, and I'm really excited to hear about everything that Purple Wave has going on, because I know there's always something going on with Purple Wave. And, you know, are things kind of, you know, with the auction business, is it kind of a thing that has to do with the different seasons? When spring comes up and people are outside more, are they kind of listing more items and buying more items? Do you kind of see that ebb and flow?
Well, there's buying and selling that happens all the time, but there's definitely seasonality when it comes to the things that they're selling. It's, you know, someone's got a planter to sell. They're a little late to the party on that one, but there's plenty of trucks, trailers, combines. Good time to sell combines right now. So yeah, constantly something going on.
Well, talk about a couple of the sales that you've got coming up. I took a glance at the website this morning, and there's some things that folks will certainly be interested to learn about.
Today, actually, again, we've got Purple Wave at purplewave.com. We have 2 to 5 auctions every single week. And this week is our truck and trailer auction, or our vehicles and equipment auction, excuse me. That goes on today. It starts at 10 o'clock. And, you know, the supply chain has been pretty difficult. Pickups have been tough to find, but there is a pickup for everyone selling today. We have 100, anywhere from a half ton to 1 ton, 100 pickups and vans selling today.
Wow, that's amazing. And if people are looking for a specific thing, the nice thing about Purple Wave is they can look at those pictures and look at the listings and really discover a lot about what each of those vehicles has to offer them, right?
Yeah, exactly. Once someone goes to purplewave.com, every listing that they see, someone from Purple Wave has taken every single picture, done every description, all the videos. We have the titles. So that's, rest assured, everything there is what we have put on there, not what the seller wants you to know. we're putting the facts and figures on there.
Well, and Brian, I think it's probably important that we touch on the fact that when people go there and if they see an item that interests them, getting registered through Purple Wave is a pretty darn easy process.
It's pretty simple. Go to purplewave.com. In the upper right-hand corner, there's a little button that you can click log in or register, and just follow the steps. You can get on and look without even registering, but just a simple register. You can put your name and email address in to get you started. That's all you have to do to start. Not a bid. We'll ask you for a credit card number and a little more information, but it's as simple as that.
Well, and if people do have questions along the line, the nice thing is those resources are available there on the website as well. If they come to something that's maybe an obstacle they didn't foresee, you folks at Purple Wave are ready to help them out and help them figure out how to navigate the site.
Exactly. We've got a team of customer service representatives in our office. The contact information, you can send an email, you can send a quick chat, or you can call, whichever. We're always here to help. And then our local representative, Western Nebraska, is out of North Platte. He covers the western part of Nebraska. And he's always available to help. Andy Devine is always there also.
Well, and wherever people are listening to, if they happen to be listening to the Breakfast Show online or somewhere else in the country at this moment, the thing that they can know is that there is a Purple Wave representative that is assigned to their area, correct? So no matter what, they're going to have someone that's pretty close to them to be able to help out.
Exactly. From Canada to Mexico, we've got people on the ground. And one thing about us that may be a little bit different about the others is your representative from Purple Wave, this is what we do. We don't have a part-time job selling seed or selling, something else. We're strictly dedicated to help anybody that needs help and follow the auction process through from start to finish.
Well, that sounds great, Brian. Is there anything that we didn't mention about Purple Wave that you wanted to hit on? Any specific sales that people should be aware of coming up around the corner?
Yeah, again today, the vehicle and equipment with lots of trucks available. Tomorrow, there's our construction auction. It goes off tomorrow, so if there's any of that land work you need done, you need excavators, dozers, loaders, whatever the case may be, we've got it online. So get on purplewave.com and take a look.
All right, awesome. Thank you very much, Brian, for spending some time talking to us today about Purple Wave. Hope you have a great rest of the week and a great rest of the spring.
Sounds good. You too. Thank you very much.
Have a good one.
All right. Bye.
Bye. That was Brian with Purple Wave Auction. You heard there. Just go to purplewaveauction.com and you'll be well on your way to selling your items or finding some items that you need. He mentioned in there, they've got that vehicle auction that's going on starting today. There's a supply chain issue in a lot of places with trucks specifically that are ready to do work on your farm or ranch. That's not the case on purplewave.com. They've got lots of options for you. Hi, Dave. Welcome back.
Hi. How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Good.
Pretty good. How's Varney Health Mart?
It's hopping. Lots going on, and they're ready for spring and summer. And again, they, for the first time, you might have heard, taking Memorial Day weekend off.
Oh, wow.
Which the employees are really appreciating because they've been running shorthanded just like every other business in the world, and they need a little break, and so they're going to be closed on Saturday. That's a week from this Saturday.
Okay.
So, yeah, and they've got a lot of things there for weddings and camping and summer activities and gifts. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, we're going to take a break here. We'll kind of regroup a little bit, and then we'll come back with more of the breakfast show after a few words. Sound good? All right. We'll be right back. The Callaway Good Life Center offers a facility with the comforts of home. Services include skilled nursing care, long-term care, respite care, and more. Callaway Good Life Center is a great place to work, offering competitive wages. Call 836-2267 for more information.
Ever feel like your insurance company doesn't know you?
Insurance Corporation will issue generic plans where agricultural activities occur.
Only a human can visit your farm or ranch to know what you need. Find out why Farm Bureau Financial Services is the #1 ag insurer. It's your future. Let's protect it Talk to an agent today or visit fbfs.com/protect. Number one ag insurer across our 8-state territory. 2019 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
Why? Just think about it. Why is the number one selling brand of chainsaws not sold at Lowe's or the Home Depot? We can give you over 10,000 reasons. That's how many authorized local steel dealers you can find across the country. Visit one and you'll find a range of dependable gas and battery-powered tools, from trimmers to blowers. And you'll find service from experienced professionals. Real steel. Find yours at steelusa.com. Lowe's and Home Depot are trademarks of their respective companies.
Just 3 words tell you everything you need to know. They tell you why we employ more than 2,000 workers at our factory in Virginia Beach, and why over 10,000 local steel dealers are putting battery power in the hands of Americans. Just 3 words. Made in America. Real steel. Find yours at steelusa.com. The majority of steel products sold in America are made in America of U.S. and foreign materials. Batteries and chargers are sourced internationally.
9:23 is your time, and Jeremy is back in his seat. I've got this seat, and we have another person in a seat. Brent Custer's here. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Dave.
How's things at shelter?
They're wonderful. It's busy. It's a busy time of the year. People are on the move. The days are a little bit longer. The excitement level goes up a little bit, and of course it's storm season, so you're scrambling with getting those things taken care of and stuff. But I love watching people, and how when the days start getting longer, it's funny how my phone starts ringing a little bit earlier, a little bit later, and people are always in a hurry because there's still our farming community mentality of it's time to get things done.
Yep.
And it's always exciting. But
yeah. Good. And you mentioned stormy season. Knock on wood, we've gotten along pretty well so far in this immediate area, but I know you have customers all over the place, and that last one with the 80-mile-per-hour winds was a real tough one for folks up in Burwell and Arcadia and all around. So I'm sure you have customers here and there that suffered from that. That's why they have you.
Absolutely. I mean, the Eddyville area, we had some pivots tip over, and the Ord area, of course, that was fascinating. I mean, I saw one place where the fence line was taken out, so you just don't see that very often in a windstorm / tornado. So it's always interesting in our business to see what comes up next, and every day is a new learning experience. There's always something that I've never seen before, and maybe someday when I'm 80, I'll have experienced everything.
I don't know. I'm not close to 80, but I'm getting close to another number like that, and I can tell you, there's always something new, even at that stage. Life just it's unpredictable, and that's why insurance is so darn important. We want to cover some of those things that we can cover for loss.
Absolutely, and that's our job, is to put you back to where you were before, and that's what we take pride in, and to do it in a reasonable time frame and get things done, and then working with you through the claim. So that's what we see a lot in other areas where they want to step in to be the insurance agent, but it's funny, as you go from place to place and talk to other agents, our clients expect us to help them, and that's the way I want it, because I have that relationship with my clients and I want to help them out. It deeply hurts when somebody is disappointed in you. It's not a fun feeling, and I take that personally. So,
well, you can talk to Jeremy about personal reps, because he was helping us here with a situation, and I don't want to go too many details, but you kind of want to talk about whether you're going to have that representation with whatever particular company you're with, because there are some companies now that prefer that you go past the home office and go direct to the company.
Yeah.
And Jeremy dealt with that, and he was kind of smoking out of his ears there for a couple of days.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
It is. It's frustrating in this time that we live in, where people blame other things for the lack of service. And, as business owners, and I'm sure I'm talking to a lot of business owners out there, that's a frustrating thing when we can't get the service that we expect. And I don't want that to happen in my office, just just like you don't want that to happen here, and we take great pride in that, and I will do everything in my power to make sure that does not happen, because it drives me crazy.
Yeah, we've all experienced it, so we're trying to avoid having it happen to somebody else, right?
That's right.
So you're here today for a lot of different reasons. I'm glad we talked about what's going on at the shop, but you have a program that I think is really exciting to honor teachers, to kind of just take time for a moment to look at different teachers and tell them they're doing a great job.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm fired up about this program, and I think you guys are too, and the administrators from the schools are all fired up about it also.
Yep.
And yeah, so I'm happy to announce the 2 winners of the Teacher of the Month for the KCNI Shelter Insurance Teacher of the Month are Garrett Furno from Ansley and Tammy Phillips from Sargent.
Nice.
So got great recommendations from those 2 schools. Garrett sent me an email yesterday. It was kind of funny. He goes, "Are you sure you have the right person?" I said, "Yes, I definitely have the right person." So look for their bios and their pictures on St. Hills Express here in the next couple days. Read up on those people, and if you see them out in the public, give them a congratulations if you would, because they're earning of that, and they definitely need our praise and our accolades for doing a job that, quite frankly, is not always easy to do.
That's true, especially this time of year. I think about the last 2 weeks of school has got to be a real challenge for all teachers, but throughout the year they have such an effect on our young people, and I know you're raising a family, and you know how important it is to have an influence from several teachers, but we all have 1 or 2 that we remember when we were in school that got us through some tough times, academically or personally. They can make a difference in kids' lives. So
they can, and I can't echo that enough to the teachers out there. I mean, I still have those relationships with those teachers. Every time I see those teachers, I get a grin on my face, and we laugh about things, and I try to make sure that they don't say any stories around my kids. They don't need to know any more than they already know. But yeah, I had great experiences with teachers, and I hope, and I know my kids are having those same relationships, because I'm lucky, and they come home and they tell me about those things, and that's a wonderful thing as a family. And I know that'll carry on for life.
It will, and that's why this is such a great idea that you have here, to just every once in a while mention some of these teachers that are doing that important job. So thank you.
You bet.
So I saw you at the economic development meeting the other day, talking about different things, and pretty interesting meeting, and that's going well. We've got a great foundation working with the community. I know you keep your up to tabs on all of those, because you're a community guy.
Yes, I promised my wife years ago that I would only be involved with 2 organizations at a time, because otherwise you get spread too thin, and I don't know if I always keep that promise. But the one I'm involved with right now is our Custer County Foundation that services all of Custer County, and I am really excited, and we have such a great board. And a great leader with Lindsay. I think she does a wonderful job, and I've kind of dived in here lately into how we're funding the Custer County Foundation, and that's through several different avenues, but those are our citizens that live in Custer County, or those who have moved away that are giving money. I think an interesting fact for those people out there, that of the foundation's assets, I would think most people would think it's all scholarships, but it's only about probably 35 to 40% of the assets at most are in scholarships. The rest are there for other options. So, in the coming months, I'll kind of dive into those things more and more. I could rattle on for 2 hours now, but I'm sure Lindsay would cringe back there on what I'm saying. So I'll try to stick to what I know best. And just a couple of announcements, if you don't mind, that we've got going on right now. The dual credit applications for those students who are taking dual credit classes at our college here, that has been extended till May 27th, so please get those in. There's a Custer Care for Healthcare Scholarship application that's due on June 1st. That's for any Custer County students, high school, college, non-traditional, getting their Med Aid or their CNAs. So that's one that people need to know about. You can always go to our website, the CusterCountyFoundation.org, to apply for those. we've spent time and assets to develop that and make that process a lot easier. So that's great for us, and it's great for those people who are applying. So I do want to, it's something near and dear to my heart. If Mr. Baum's out there listening, I still owe you money because I didn't donate like I said I was going to. So I will get that to you. But anyway, you know, our firemen and what they've done here this spring is amazing. And kudos to those businesses that employ them and all the time that they had to take off. And the local fire fund that has been going on right now, we just announced last night that we've raised $58,500 for that.
Wow.
So amazing. Custer County people stepping up once again. So that was pretty neat. And we also announced last night our grant recipients, which are various organizations, and that the people who received the grants will be coming out here soon, but there was over $49,000 in grants that we just awarded last night. So great things happening at the foundation. I love what we're doing, and I love where we're going, and I think the foundation is going to be an integral part of this county for the next generation. It'll be fun to watch.
It will be, and that $49,000 that goes to community projects, correct?
Correct. Yeah, I don't know if I should announce them all, but
no, that's all
various things. You know, there's some fire stations in there and things that they needed, and some other options. You know, other nonprofits that receive money that just help the betterment of not only this community or Myrna or Callaway, but the whole entire Custer County.
Yeah.
So it spreads all over, and it's great to see, and people are very appreciative of that.
Well, a lot of times, you know, it doesn't. The grants don't get them all the way to their goal, but it certainly helps plant the seed or get them started, and it kind of nets the communities together. I think that's one of the things that the foundation is really about, is making sure we're talking about everybody in the county. And so when that money goes where it's requested all over the area here, it makes a difference. It really does.
It does. And, you know, thank you for those people and those other communities that step up and serve their communities on the foundation board. I mean, we have great board members. It's great for me because I get to meet these people and learn about who they are, and it just shows you that we have great people in Custer County that have amazing abilities, and I'm lucky that I get to serve on a board like that, and it's fun to do. And you know what, this is a top-notch organization with a top-notch director and board members, and it's all in Custer County.
Yeah, right here. And it started many years ago with some very thoughtful people looking into the future. And I think there was always that question mark, is this going to work? And boy, did it work. They've made it a solid foundation that's going to be here, as you said, hopefully for as long as we're around.
I know.
Yeah.
When they first started it, you know, I was probably in high school and could care less. But there was one thing, I did respect those individuals, and they carried it out, and they did it. It's an act of kindness that they did on behalf of other people, and I appreciate what they did because it has exploded, and it's going to get better and better as time goes on.
All right, final question.
Yeah.
I've always dreamt about doing a radio broadcast, and I guess with Jeremy now we could do a video broadcast of match play in golf. I always wanted to have a match play in golf with you and Gene Sneringer.
Boy, that would bring in the ratings, wouldn't it? Be a ratings bonanza.
I want you to think about this. If you would do that, we could probably do a benefit, but we need to do this before Sneringer can't swing a club anymore. He's getting close.
Yeah, I'm not going to comment on that, but yes. I for charity, that would be a fun match. Maybe we'd do a highlight show, like a 10-minute synopsis of what happened.
Well, we could expand it. It could be some other of the top players in our community playing in match play. We could do, you know, another pair or three pairs or something like that. So take a little pressure off of you.
I like the sounds of this. I'd be game for that.
I wonder how much money we could raise if we did something like that.
I don't know, but
Jeremy will start thinking about it. His wheels will start turning.
Yeah. Well, think about that.
If you're listening, Gene, bring it on. Let's go.
Bring it on. Oh, Geno's, as long as you can still swing, why don't you come on over?
Oh, he can still swing just fine.
Can he?
Yes.
Yeah, he was down there at the driving range yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he practices. That's something that most of us don't do.
Yeah, exactly.
So
he does, and he has more time now to practice. So
yeah.
I'm already coming up with my excuses if I don't win.
There you go. Is there anything else you wanted to highlight that we didn't talk about, Brent?
No, just one. It's once again the Teachers of the Month. Congratulations to Garrett and Tammy. Well deserved. Thank you for being who you are and working and taking that extra step or that extra effort that you put forth to make all of us students in Custer County better. We appreciate it.
All right. Thanks a lot. Thanks for coming in, and thanks for this great program you got going on.
Thanks, guys.
All right. We'll take a time out. We come back. We got a few more things we want to tell you about before we close the show. So stay with us here on this Wednesday.
Purple Wave. We sell big, dirty, greasy things. Get the equipment you need now on purplewave.com. Hundreds of items sell each week. All items guaranteed to the highest bidder, regardless of the price. Bid now on farm equipment, construction equipment, vehicles, and more. purplewave.com. Straight, simple, sold.
Whether you work in the field or in the corner office, you know information is power. That's why Helena is putting data to work on farms across the country with Extractor. Extractor is an exclusive tissue analysis program used to monitor plant health in season. Using advanced technology, Extractor identifies nutrient deficiencies and offers custom recommendations to keep your crop growing at its best. Make better agronomic decisions this season with Extractor. To learn more, find your local Helena retailer at helenaagra.com.
For a farmer, every day is different, and every season tells its own story. Make this the year you do it your way. Coron Metra is a foliar fertilizer that lets you decide when the time is right for nutrition. Metra gives you flexibility, it gives your tank efficiency, and Metra gives your crop more than just nitrogen. Coron Metra, the next evolution in crop nutrition. Always read and follow label instructions and check registration before use.
20 minutes before the hour, and Jeremy is sorting out some information because we have a few things we want to tell you about. Do want to remind you that Brent Apperson is going to be providing reports all 4 days of the state track meet in Omaha. And by the way, just for a moment, if you don't mind, I'm going to get on my soapbox here just for a moment.
Okay.
I think Brent mentioned last year when he was down there, and helped me with this, Jeremy, I think he said we were one of 5 radio stations that were there covering the track meet last year.
Yeah, I think we might be one of 4 now.
All right, so a lot of the stations have decided, and I think some of it has to do with being 4 days. We'd prefer it was 2 days, but I think really it was already happening that the broadcasters were deciding, hey, we can sit in our studios in our offices back home and catch the results off the computer and report them on the air. And that's okay. That's okay. So I just want to say, if you want real-time reports with the enthusiasm that Brent Apperson will provide and some interviews with the kids as it's actually unfolding, listen to KBBN 95.3.
Yeah, and there's something to be said for being able to see it happen. You can only learn so much from looking at numbers that come to you on a computer screen from 5-6 hours away from where the track meet is actually happening. He's receiving those numbers and reading them to you that same way, but he's seeing those races happen, and when he's got time, he's going down there and talking to the kids and the parents and just trying to convey that vibe and that excitement that's going on at State Track to those of you on the radio. And if we know that there's anyone that can convey excitement when it comes to any sport, it'd be Brent. So, he'd love for you to listen along for the next 4 days. He's going to be making Omaha his home for the next 4 days so that you folks can get those updates if you're unable to make it to the track meet. And we've got some wonderful sponsors each day that make that possible so that we can keep him fed. You know, we got to feed Brent.
Yeah, he's got to eat.
Yeah, he's got to have a bed to lay in. So those sponsors make that possible for you folks to listen to.
All right, thank you. What do we want to cover here? You got some you want me to do? Or you
I've just got a little series of jobs right here that are available right now that maybe folks out there would be interested in. And, you know, it's not always about yourself either. You know, if you've got a job you're comfortable in and are loving right now, maybe there's someone you know that you want to toss this information in their direction. So the first one is Trotters Woe and Go in Myrna, looking for full-time help, including full-time benefits, or they have some part-time hours that would be available as well. These would be mainly evening hours from 4 until 10 p.m., and you can apply in person at the Trotters Woe and Go in Myrna. They're open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. just off Highway 2 at that location. Can't miss it. There's always a lot going on at Trotters Woe and Go in Myrna. You can also view those job details on the employment page of sandhillsexpress.com. The Broken Bow Golf Club, right across the street from our studios here in Broken Bow, they are looking to hire an individual to manage the operations of the golf course clubhouse. This person is responsible for overseeing and conducting the day-to-day operations of the clubhouse and bar area. This position needs to be put an emphasis on creating a friendly, inviting atmosphere that welcomes members and non-members. They will also provide employees with a pleasant work environment. You need to be a self-starter and able to work independently. You'll work closely with the golf superintendent and the Broken Bow Golf Club board. Some of your duties would be hiring, scheduling, and providing leadership and supervision to the staff, overseeing food and beverage ordering, ensuring food safety guidelines are followed, managing details of scheduling, new hire orientation. Some weekends, evenings, and holidays are required. Email your resume or questions to golfbbcc@gmail.com or call Jason White, the president of the board, at 870-2601. All of that info and more is on sandhillsexpress.com too. And also a job available at Mead Lumber in Broken Bow. They're looking for a driver yard worker to pull and assemble loads or drive company vehicles to deliver merchandise to customer job sites and physically unload the materials to the customer's satisfaction. You'll keep the yard clean and assist customers in the yard too. They offer a competitive pay and benefit package, including paid holidays, vacation and sick time, group medical and dental insurance, 401k, ESOP, and dependent education assistance. All of those same benefits also apply to their sales associate job, where you're responsible for doing sales duties, including sales support functions, office coordination, and assisting with merchandise deliveries as well. So 2 jobs available at Mead Lumber in Broken Bow too.
All right, very good. Lots of jobs. As Jeremy mentioned, if you have some friends or relatives who do not live here and would like to live here, there's no reason not to get them here, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There's plenty to do. Plenty to do.
Lots of different jobs available, and if you go to sandhillsexpress.com's employment page, as we update those and people want to get the word out about the jobs they have available, you can find them there.
Okay. I don't know where we're at on live reads. I guess.
I'll toss you this one.
Okay.
Talk about Cozad.
Oh, yes. Rustic and Red in Cozad this Thursday, everybody's favorite Thursday who travels to Rustic and Red in Cozad, all kinds of specials while you shop. Especially this time around, they've got 20 to 40% off women's apparel, and you can enter for a chance to win a summer wicker lantern with Flame Wave. And they also are taking 30% off all their florals. And the sipping starts at 4 o'clock tomorrow, and they'll be open from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. with those specials for you. The store is decorated with summer and lake decor, and you can go sip and shop with them in Cozad this Thursday. If you've not been there, you're going to be impressed. You're going to love it when you walk in the door. I know Jeremy, first time he walked in, was kind of overwhelmed and surprised.
There's a lot to look at.
And I was too. It was just such a neat store and such nice people there. And they'd love to have you come and do a little sipping and shopping tomorrow at Rustic and Red in Cozad. Again, they have those discounts, and the sipping starts at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Now, we've been talking about all the summer and spring activities that are up on us: rodeo, baseball, softball, in some areas even some soccer going on. But there's a lot of things going on, even family reunions where you get together and maybe pass some gifts back and forth, and maybe something that would be extra special as far as a shirt with name on it, those sorts of things. They're ready for you. Wedding season is in full swing, and Circle V Stitch and Post here in Broken Bow at 43920 Paulson Road. Velma is ready to go to work for you. Wedding ideas, gifts, baby showers. Velma can help personalize just about any of the garments that you want to wear and make them look even better. She also has Afghans, blankets, towel sets, personalized with happy couple or new parents in mind. She also carries top quality leather jackets, I should say letter jackets, and she can help you personalize those any way you want for your student for this upcoming school year. And maybe they didn't get one and they'd like to have one even as a senior and get that jacket spruced up for memory's sake. Graduation's pretty much wound down now in this area, so she was able to help lots of people with that, and she'll continue to have new apparel, styles in stock, as well as things that she can order for you as well. Stop and shop. You can give her a call if you have any questions. 308-872-6173, 872-6173. And again, Velma's Circle V Stitch and Post, located on 43920 Paulson Road.
Can't beat a personalized item for yourself or for a friend or family member as a gift.
Yep, and the embroidery just pops out. It's just
stands out.
Extra special.
Register now for the Community Vacation Bible School at the Broken Bow United Methodist Church. This year's theme is Discovery on Adventure Island. It starts Tuesday, the 31st of May, and continues through Friday, June 3rd. It will run from 9 a.m. to noon each day. To register online, go to the community calendar on Sandhills Express and click on May 31st for more information. There's also a link there so that you can register your child. So that is for the Community Vacation Bible School at the Broken Bow United Methodist Church. Discovery on Adventure Island starts May 31st. Go to the community calendar page on Sandhills Express and click on that link on May 31st and get your child registered.
Want to remind you that we will be bringing you interviews on Thursday and Friday from the Custer County Fairgrounds because the junior high rodeo finals are being held. And I know you was part of a conversation yesterday with Stephanie and Brad Miller with what's going on out there. It sounds like it's going to be an exciting couple of days.
Yeah, and they said it's kind of a who's who of big names in junior high. And, a lot of those kids have grown up in rodeo and have, aunts or uncles that are well-known rodeo names, and now they're getting into it. And it's free for you to go out there and watch. And we're going to be talking to some of the kids from all across the state and the area that are going to be out there. You and I are going to, we were talking about it yesterday, you and I are going to be out there looking completely out of place. And they both kind of laughed about it and said, well, it's okay. Then we know who to send the kids over to do an interview. So Dave and I are going to be out there trying not to get stepped on by a horse, and we're just going to be talking to some kids. And I always have to laugh. There's no in between. You either get completely shy at that age, or you get someone that you just really wonder if they're ever going to want to stop being interviewed so they can go out and compete. There's really no in between, and it's a lot of fun. And we've got some great sponsors that are making those conversations with those junior high state finalists available to you.
Yeah, and you'll find, and I think you found this last year, Jeremy, in the few years we've been going out there now and doing interviews with the rodeo athletes, they are about as polite and well-mannered kids as you're going to talk to.
Yes.
It's a real joy because they're so enthusiastic, so positive, and so polite and respectful that it makes it a true joy. And they're very articulate. Most of them are very comfortable talking, as you mentioned. Some are a little reluctant, but once you start talking rodeo, you're good to go.
Doing those interviews with the junior high rodeo kids is probably the only time in my life that I've been called sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, no, sir, every single time. And it makes it a lot of fun. And seeing them get out there and do things on a horse I could never imagine doing at any age is amazing. So we'll look forward to bringing those reports to you and those interviews to you on KCNI, because Brent will be live on KBBN with track reports.
All right, busy week on both our stations, just the way we like it, and you can dial up either one. Or, a lot of times at home, I have the radio on in the kitchen on KVBN, and I'll have KCNI on my phone. I keep track of both things going on.
There you go.
All right, you are listening to The Breakfast Show. On the 31st of May, correct?
Yep, last day of May. We'll draw for that. We've got some awesome sponsors making that available. You can't beat a prime rib roast. I think, you think that they're difficult to cook, but even if you mess it up a little bit, overcook it or something like that, it's still darn good. It's pretty hard to mess up to the point where it's uneatable. So whoever wins that's really going to enjoy that.
All right. They will. And we want to thank Agland ATV in Broken Bow, Power Solutions, Chapin's Furniture in Broken Bow, The Quilting Shack, Grocery Cart, A1 Auto Repair in Arnold, Broken Bow Livestock, Trotter Service and Trotter's Woe and Go, Sergeant Corner Market, and Shotgun Annie's Saloon and Grill in Callaway, all making that prime rib prize possible, along with the 2 bottles of wine. You must be 21 years old to participate. We had lots of calls. In fact, the phone was still ringing after the song was over. So keep listening. Again, tomorrow we'll do another one for you.
All right. Yep. Listen for that song, Alan Jackson. Universal Insurance wants farmers to know that now is the time to review and have the staff at Universal Insurance look at your coverage. They can help you make sure that you're properly insured on all of your equipment and can help to make sure that your building values are at the appropriate levels. Call Universal Insurance in Broken Bow at 872-6438 or stop into their office right off Highway 2 in Broken Bow. They're ready to work with your schedule and get you insured correctly. Universal Insurance Agency is a division of GTA Insurance Group. Go and talk to them right on Highway 2 in Broken Bow. Also, go and talk to Roxanne. She's a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 30 years of experience, and she's right here in central Nebraska in Broken Bow. No need to go to an out-of-town place or travel to, there are people that travel all the way to Denver and things like that for what hearing needs they need. And that's not necessary. Roxanne has got some great things going on. May is Better Hearing and Speech Month. She's offering additional discounts for the month, discounts for new patients, and you can receive chamber bucks with every purchase of new hearing aids. She'll do a custom fitting for in-ear hearing aids that are rechargeable, included in the special. So for local, dependable service right in Broken Bow, go and call or stop by at Nebraska Land Hearing Center, 384-3852. Make an appointment. They're located in the Broken Bow Chamber Building, 4 doors down from Bow Bootery. The business name is on the glass window in front. Roxanne would love to have you stop by and get you headed in a path to having comfortable hearing aids.
Yep, very important. And again, Roxanne is certified, ready to go for you.
Yes, she is.
I wished I could be certified for something. Or are you certified for anything?
I'm forklift certified from my last job. Not to brag or anything, but it was a pretty extensive training course.
You know, I guess
I don't think I have my card anymore, so that probably means I'm not certified anymore.
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm not, Jeremy, because I was certified as a fork truck driver in 1975.
Do they expire?
I don't know.
Probably neither of us are certified. Just don't put us on a forklift anytime soon.
I had my CDL, but I don't have that anymore. I don't think I'm certified for anything.
Well, you're certified to drive like a vehicle, right? Just a passenger vehicle.
Yeah, it's not really the same. Everybody has one of those.
Yeah, that's not special.
I want a special certification.
We should find something. What can we get certified in?
Well, you know, you've heard certified crazy or certified nuts. I guess we could qualify there.
There you go.
I don't know. Anyway, thanks for listening today. We had a great show. A lot of things going on today.
Yeah, busy start to finish.
We'll try it again tomorrow. And again, be sure and listen. When did Brent say he was going to do his first reports?
I think he was hoping in the noon hour today.
Noon hour, probably.
Is when he'll get started. I think some of the field events get started in the 11 o'clock hour, and he'll be able to pass along some of those first results during noon sports. But don't quote me on that.
Okay.
We'll have the board set up, and he can access it from remote in Omaha and just kind of take over and go live whenever he wants. So just listen throughout the afternoon on KBBN.
All right. Thanks, Jeremy.
Yep.